Still, collection is not completed, right? And just for this concept, we need list of collections to explain it better. So I created a collection for list. I will explain that one.
Is it outside the main? Uh,
Sorry,
oh, nothing. It's giving an error message, right?
nothing. It's not returning anything, right? So it's, actually list is an interface. Okay, array list is a class which implements the list interface. So we are creating the object with reference as a list and creating object actually for array list.
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't get it.
Here list we are creating with the reference as a list but creating object for array list, right? I think
Oh,
this kind of things we have
so
already discussed in
okay,
polymorphism.
got it. Is this something saying that this method is going to return list of person?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And now what we are doing is we are creating list, which is a reference to list of person, but it is referring to array of list of person. So
Yeah,
every element in the array will be a list.
every element in the array will be a list.
Every element of the array will be pointing to a object of type list.
Object of type person.
Oh, sorry, yeah, person. Sorry, yeah. Okay, here it makes more sense. Earlier, when we were doing polymorphism, I was kept on thinking, why do I have to use, you know, parent classes reference and bind it to the child class object.
I think in runtime
So
polymorphism, I might have explained that one.
yeah, you explained, yeah, the overriding, right? Runtime polymorphism.
Overriding, but the main concept is like here, right, the vehicle we are having, right, in the vehicle, it is a super
Yeah,
class actually. We are calling both the car and the truck using the single method, right? It can happen only
yeah,
if it is a reference type of vehicle. If we create a car as a car means and a truck as a truck means, then we forced to create two class, two of method like this.
yeah.
Since we are referencing the parent class, we can have it as a single method and we can use the
Single
parent
method.
reference.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Instead of creating every time object is getting, you have to rewrite that method.
yeah.
If you don't do that, you can take all that data from file also, right? So,
Yeah, we can read it from as well. Can you create like this three persons?
mhm,
Just change it to reference person to person three and give some name and redirect something.
mhm.
I don't know whether I'm accessing the system so it is slow or normally slow.
What do you want? What do are
Just
you asking me to go ahead and change it?
yeah, just do it. Just create a get person
No,
method.
That's good.
Yes. Now add it in list.
What's that?
Add the three persons we created, right? Add the three persons in the list and return it.
So you're
Listed
saying
or
add that to the list.
yeah, yeah, that's correct. Listed and add person on that.
We how let's see. In the for loop, I can do it.
No, no, no. Simple. Just do it three times.
Oh, okay, but yeah, we can also do like this, right?
Yeah, we can go to forward also.
And do what person? No.
No, no.
Oh, okay. We have to. How do we take person one, person two, person three in the?
No, no, we can't take like that. Just if you want to do it for loop means I think
Then you have to change that name, right? That in the name you have to change it to one.
actually since we have not added in collection, we can't for loop using person. Just we can do like this. I think.
That's fine. I'll add it one at a
Yeah.
time. I think because this is not making sense. I kind of thought that I
Ah,
can
yeah.
do, but they are completely different objects, right? They're not part of the list unless I add them to the list, which is exactly what I'm doing actually. So it's list dot add person, right?
We should not add person.
Appends the
Yeah, it's correct.
specified element to the end of the list, and he wants
Person.
to know person. Oh, okay.
Do you have to? Only the error went up.
Oh, because we're returning list person.
We can add some sort of now we have a concept called executor service. Okay, what it will do is we can create a threading the foods actually. It is available in a confirmed package.
Now, when you get a chance, explain a little bit about this executor service.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
first time I'm hearing.
Actually, what it does is there is a predefined class called executor service. Okay, from this we can execute our threads. Actually, how we used to create thread till now is a thread space object name equal to new thread of a runnable interface, right? Runnable interface. Like that, we used to create the thread till now.
Right,
But here
right.
we have an option to create a thread pool as well. We can configure like we are going to create three thread pool. So three processes can run that parallelly. And here before going to that, I will create one new runnable.
So let me try to understand this. So executor service, it has executors dot new fix thread pool.
Yeah, which will create as a thread pool actually.
What is executors? Okay, that's a class. And executor services.
Okay, it contains like see, it's creating thread pool executor internally. We are having so many methods inside here.
Okay, so this is a method actually,
Yeah,
executor
it's a
service.
method. It's returning the executor service actually. So only we are saving that type as the executor service. So the executor is a class which has a method called a new fixed thread pool, which is returning the executor service.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Whatever the thread we are giving right here, that one is creating as a thread pool. For example, you might have worked more on databases. Right? In database, there might be a concept like we have to create only this much of connections. Connection pooling was done, right? Databases and all. We have to create for the subdivision. We have to create only this much of connection, database connections. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
here we have a concept called thread pooling. In this way we are able to create a thread so that
Three thread.
only three threads we get created.
The only thing is I'm not able to understand is why this object reference is of type this executor service. Because executor
Because
service is a method, right?
no, it's not a method. It is another class which should be. See here clearly, this executor new fixed thread pool is getting some parameter and returning the executor service.
Oh, it returns
Executor
thread
service.
pool. Okay, all this.
It returns the executor service and it is an interface.
It's okay. Now I understand. Eh, no, okay. This statement tells me it's a interface or a class which extends an executor basically. So all the method of executor can be used. Okay, so that now understand. It's basically again the overwriting, right? Runtime.
Yeah, runtime polymorphism same.
No, that's yeah.
So we are not able to non-static modifier inside static.
Static. Yeah.
Here we can iterate as you said previously, right? Here we are getting the list of persons, so now we can able to iterate. So now are you able to understand the code? You want me to explain?
No, I'm trying to understand. So this I'm just gonna read again. So current, this I understood now. It will return, execute a
It
service
will become as a
with
network
three
executors.
three threads. Then list is going to do get person. So we were able to call this directly how?
Yeah, that's what, right? This is because that method is already existing in the same class. So we no need to create object. We can call directly.
Oh,
And the thing
oh,
is
that
like,
class is also static. Okay,
yeah, that
okay,
both
okay.
the
That's
methods are
here.
static.
So when you do get person, it's gonna create another. Do we need this?
So yeah, that is the actual return. Actually, this one is a return type, right? We are returning
Oh, okay.
primarily the list.
Return list.
Yeah,
Okay, because we are returning a list. Okay. So let me see. Okay, return list is here. Okay. So we are creating a list of these three, which goes in this list. Then what we are doing is we're creating another updated list of array list of type person again. And from person, and we start taking each element of this element, and then we're saying updated person again.
actually, what's our objective is like our
We are
objective is like
passing this and getting and also passing this. So whatever we passing here, this is basically like a current person
yeah,
in
yes,
this. So when we do this current person, and then whenever we're gonna call run or start, it calls run. Is gonna person will be this one, right?
yeah, it's correct.
All of these values. Okay. So that's why we have this. And then we call service dot execute. I think it's calling the run, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yes, correct, exactly.
New runnable class. So you are basically starting a thread to call this object, right?
Yeah, it's correct one.
And then it is passing person first element, and then it is passing update person, which is basically just a empty object with no values in any of the methods. So update person. So when we call this, it just simply updates this, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
But and then update list dot add. But okay, that's only adding. But does this also called run? Because this basically instantiate, and this one basically is calling
Run method.
this.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
And instantiation will call this constructor actually.
okay.
And run method
Then
is
it's just basically updated.
yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, the only thing is if you give three, it will run parallelly. This process actually our objective is to make this process parallelly. This is a simple one.
Okay,
Whatever the content for our understanding, I have created one person class and all. The thing is like whatever the content we are giving in one method, it should execute it
yeah,
parallelly based on the this executor size we have given like pool numbers. If
okay,
you three means it should three objects can run parallelly. If I give one means it will not run parallel. Only one by one it will get executed. That was an objective, but just to explain it to some examples, I have done this code. The thing is like we have some other method called some other methods in this service which will wait all thread to get execution completed. You can use await terminate or it's not updated actually because the main thread is getting printed. To make it wait, waiting for very long time. Just to validate the output, we will get the return or status output. Okay, now it is getting record logs updated exactly because previously it was like for 25 on 25 it was retired, but we have a calculation there like after 65 only it is 61 it is retired. So the logic was updated parallelly. How we can say that it ran parallelly means we can see this output right. It is running for on percentage. We have two sys out there. For the only I have kept two sys out there. Okay. For on the state age is 25, but it was in intermediate it's running for Mohammed and Kalra. Like that it's running parallel. Okay. Just to make sure that again to make sure that it's whether it's run parallelly exactly means we can change the tool size here. We change it to one right. We change it to one and execute. Then you can
One
see
in
that
sequence.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can sequentially like this one. Execute to means it will run based on that model. It's the computer. Sometimes it I said right. It will take the priority by JVM. Sometimes it will take one. If you have more threads means then we can see the differences easily.
Yeah.
This is the main advantage of executive service. Normally in real time, right? Not in real time. In most of the companies which were they are not purely dependent on codes or on. They are doing some mostly on web application, right? For that, those persons to implement a multi-threaded easily, they will go for this executive service and all.
Hmm.
And
That is for
yeah.
database updates mostly.
No, no, database updates we can't go for multiple operations, right? Multi-threaded update because one record get updated and the second record might get conflict, right?
Right, because of the table lock.
Yeah, table lock. So mostly for we have a requirement like similarly we have a requirement in the same way, right? Here it is an only three records, okay. But in our case, there was an 50,000. Sometimes it is 1 lakh record. We will get a file.
Hmm.
Yeah, from a file, we have to process the data. To process the data from a file, we have gone this way only. We will read a file and convert it to an object, and from the for the object we have run the parallel.
So, just last question, right? This one right here. Why we use this? While
Actually,
service
what's
dot
happening is
instantiated, not true.
previously we seen right. Previously we seen like if we not view these lines, what is happening is multi-threaded is running some way, but we are getting null also because main thread
Hmm.
is trying to complete it. To stop the main thread, we are doing like this one. To stop the main thread, actually, main thread should not execute right at this point. It should execute only the our business is completed.
Okay, okay.
To stop it, we
So
have
we're waiting.
yeah, it's
We're
similar to
keeping it
call.
in the. So when the thread is running, thread starts. Where is it?
In
Here.
line number sounding, yeah.
The thread starts here, and when it's running, it will also give the parent thread, this parent process also some time. So this will also get executed,
Yeah, yes.
or it will wait here unless all three are done.
No, no, service started here. and based on the response of the update persons, right?
Mhm.
Updated persons, then it will get updated record here. Here it will wait.
Okay, then it will go back in the loop and do it again.
Yes, yes.
But in the loop, it will only pass a second one then,
Yes,
and
that
then
one is
third one.
because it's an item list, right? From this only it will get.
Yeah, but see, when this loop starts, the first it gets person one, right?
Yeah, yes, correct.
Then you start this service.
Yeah,
So this
exactly.
is basically you start this thread for person one.
Yes, correct.
Then you will go back and update.
For person
So
one, right?
when this gets executed, is person one thread still running or is it done?
When this is executed, right? It might get taken care by JVM. We can't judge that one also. Actually, in Java, right? This is a reference. This is an address. Okay, this is an address.
Right.
Okay, this will get update at any time. We have stopped here. We have stopped the thread actually here. Okay, so it
Mhm.
might get update or it might not have update. Whatever the value while coming here, right? Whatever the value here, it is fetching that one. Okay, if it is wait means even if completed after before line number 18, sorry, before line number 17, 18 line number 18 gets completed, right? It will update the reference at the last only. It will update the actually it's updating the addresses.
Mhm. So you are saying this goes in the back end and still continues?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Because see, this is how I'm looking at it. It when it did this,
Okay.
right? That was when this was called,
Yeah, new runnable got called.
right? Then this got updated, right?
Yeah, yes.
But I am seeing, uh, let's say when everything is done, you're still printing this out, right?
No, that's what I'm saying, right? It might updated or it might not updated. We can't judge it. It's based on the priority.
So there is a possibility that update might not go through in parallel.
Yeah, yes, correct.
So how do we make sure that before I'm trying to understand where is the multi-threading going on, because this is looks like sequential.
No, no, in sequence way means we might got output as sequence way, right? Actually, while executing this method, right, a thread started. Okay, one thread is started and it is doing its job. The second time it calls this method, second thread started and it's doing its job. Third method got started, third thread started and it's doing its job parallelly.
Mhm. So yeah, but every time you're executing first, second, and third thread, they're all are person one, person two, person three.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Yeah, but in that thread, this is already executed, right? In each thread.
Each thread, you can't say like that, right? You can't say like that, right? It is executed or not. Here for loop started, okay, service started. It's not mandatory
Okay.
that after execution of this one, next one will get started.
Oh, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. See, in the loop, when the first thread started, right,
Yeah, yes.
which uh, is basically executing this, right,
Yeah, yes, correct.
the first thread. And in that thread, while it is executing this, which is basically just a constructor,
Yes, correct.
then it calls this.
Where they are giving the service start execute line.
So you're saying for that thread that is right now currently executing this, the for loop goes back and actually calls
A second person.
person 2,
Yeah, yes.
and then it calls 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
but the way I know for loop, right, that it executes all first, then goes back, grab the next one. then goes back, grab the third one.
No, that's why we are going for multi-threading concept, right? See, here we have kept for waiting for main thread. Okay, here we have kept for main thread waiting. Okay, but here we have not kept main thread waiting. Thread started and it is running the job parallelly. Okay, now second time it's coming and second time it's running parallelly.
Hmm.
In a way, it's updating that. If it confuse you more, we can have a list. We can pass the list itself here, and there we can update the list. Since it supports reference, right? It's updating. Actually, it's updating the reference at last also. See, same thing happens, right? If you don't give here, they are getting as a null. It means that whatever you are saying is line number 18 will get executed. That is correct. Like, so only we are getting null here. So,
Yeah, hello?
yeah, line number 18 is executed. So only we are getting null value here.
Right.
If it is not executed, if it is, it might executed or it might not executed. So only we are getting null. If it is executed,
Hmm.
so only we will get the value.
Right. But see, this output is confusing to me, right? This one.
So, no,
Like
that one is
this.
you don't need to confuse like see just consider in that way. First for one first person coming, line 16 is executed, line 17 executed and the thread started and line 18 executed, but it created one object. It created one object in collection. Created one object in collection with the null values. As we are seeing line number 3 in
Hmm.
output, with null values it created one object.
Oh, so it's basically doing update list dot add, and it's probably adding updated person.
Then
And the updated,
since it is updated, right, that's why we are getting a three null values of the 1, 2, 3. We are getting three nulls, right? It is added actually, but with the null values. Since thread is running, still thread is running there.
yep. Now I understand. So unless but in the parallel thread is also updating that updated person reference.
Yeah, yes, correct.
Hmm.
It will execute this for loop and second time it's coming and second thread started. Third time while for loop runs, third thread started. Now three threads run parallelly and we are waiting here, right? In this interval, this update list is getting updated. Actually, main thread is getting, sorry, the threads are getting completed in this waiting time only.
No, no, no. Now I understand. Actually, I was misreading this. Now I understand. This is basically nothing but a object. Yeah. So we all with the null value basically.
Yeah, yes.
Unless unless this thread that is running in the background updates this reference again.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And then okay, but because that's a pointer only. Okay, okay, that's good. Now I understand actually. But now for here, you commented it out, right? Should
Yes.
comment out work, or if we don't comment it out, what exactly it was doing?
This one only will work out. It should be not
So
commented.
service dot shutdown means that we are stopping the thread.
Yes. Here
But
we
what
are
if we have not
not
a
stopping the thread actually. The exact implementation in the
it's calling super dot shutdown?
actually what I read is like it first will these 2 minutes will wait till that thread execution completed. Not
It
gone.
already has. Oh wow! So it already has. This is okay. Never mind. Service dot. What is service dot shutdown actually doing? Initiates an orderly shutdown in which previously submitted tasks are executed, but no new task will be accepted. Also, it's a graceful shutdown basically.
Yes.
It's like a Unix concept only, right? You are basically sending a shutdown signal and telling, whatever thread is in process, let them finish
Till
and
that
then do
waiting.
not accept the new one, right?
Yeah, yes, yes, same.
Okay, but no new task will be accepted. What's up? Invocation has no additional effect if already shut down. Does not wait for previously submitted task to complete execution. Use await termination to do that. So instead of doing this, we should be doing this. Await termination, right?
It does not wait for previously submitted task to complete. Yeah, but what it does is waiting for a long time, right? I just tried that one only first, but if we have in our project that was a complex work, so we have used this only. It will wait for a very long time.
Oh,
But
so
it
it
is
was the thread was that means thread was not done. That's what you're saying? Even after updating.
even then after updating, it's waiting for the time what we are given here. Long dot max value is
Maybe,
taking some long time.
maybe we can do something like this here, right? I mean, here only we can terminate the thread. When it's running this,
But here we don't have service option.
yeah, something that sends a signal back, like an interrupt back or something for that thread.
And we can't have return type. So
Okay. Now I got a concept though. That's more important. Then I can play around and see. And then this while not service is terminated, what is this doing? Just
this
stay
what
in the
is
loop. So while not service dot is terminated. Okay. So you were trying to do that workaround instead of doing service dot shutdown.
yes, I was first to try that one.
So waiting for it to terminate and stay in the loop. Okay. Okay. Then I got it.
Now we'll go on collection. But I think for this one itself it's time went up. We'll see tomorrow on collections. Right?
Tomorrow you doing to it's Friday, right, over there?
Yeah, it's Friday, not tomorrow. You
Sunday.
will be available
So
on
you
Skype always.